Hi, everybody. It's Shirley, and I'm back. And it's Sunday. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about the death of a perpetrator. Um, that's a really hard thing to go through when your perpetrator dies. I mean, on the one hand, you're like, oh, yeah, ding dong, the witch is dead, right? But on the other hand, you're like, oh my God, he's dead or she's dead. I know I went through this with my mother, uh, uh, where I cried for about 20 minutes when I found out she was dead. And after that, I was in shock, but um, now I'm relieved. Now I feel relief that she's not here anymore because she was such a bad influence in my life. I loved her, but she drove me crazy, and I think a lot of you can understand that. How we could love someone who harmed us, I don't know. I mean, I do understand some of the attachment things, theories, and things like that, but it really seems, I don't know, hard to explain to people who don't understand how you can be so attached to this perpetrator, the person that hurt you, and still realize what they did to you, right? My grandfather, who was an abuser, um, he also died years ago, back in the 90s. And I was in shock over that too. At one point, he was my favorite person in the whole world, even though he was hurting me. Because mainly I didn't remember it. You know, amnesia, you push it away, blah blah. Another altar is born. Um, and I went through turmoil. I went to his funeral. I saw his body in the casket mainly to make sure that I knew that he was dead. And I didn't recognize him because he changed so much. I hadn't seen him for like 20 years. But it was him, and I recovered from that, and I've outlived all my perpetrators now. The last one died back in the early mid 2000s. So, um, yeah, it's hard to go through that situation. It really is hard, but you just have to keep remembering that, you know, they were just a little tiny piece of your life, right? They weren't they and today they shouldn't have influence at all. I mean, I know they do. Of course they do, because your life's been changed forever. But, they're gone, and now you have your life back. Um, Sometimes, like I received a message from someone whose parent was dying, and they didn't know whether to tell them they loved them or not because they felt like they were betraying themselves. But do what's right for you. If you feel you can tell your abuser, you know, that you love them, then do so. Do what's right for you. What makes you feel good, not what makes them feel good. What makes you feel good, because that's what's important. Uh, this is a tough topic to broach, but I did write about it on my blog, much more clear than this video could ever be. And also, I wanted to tell you that the reason these videos are so narrow, narrow. Where's my camera? Narrow and not filling the full screen is because when I turn it sideways, you can't see my whole head. I know I could shoot it from farther away, but I prefer not to. I just like to be up close to you guys. And if you have suggestions for further videos or further articles, I would really appreciate those suggestions. Put them down in the comment box. I'll put a link to the blog post I wrote about outliving your perpetrator in the comments, and also my email address. So if you can get hold of me if you need to and ask me questions, or just want to talk to someone who has the ideas as well as you do, let me know. Okay? You all have a good week, and I will talk to you next weekend. Okay? Bye bye.